Hey there, this is Mark System. I'm going to do a demo review for a Ben Bazinga, who's an Etf2l Division 6 medic. If you happen to like the channel, or you don't like the channel, but you want somebody to review your demo, go ahead and just send it to my YouTube inbox, or friend me on Steam and we can have a chat. I can't guarantee you that I'll have it done right away, especially if a big backlog of these sets up. I used to do demo reviews more in the past, but I kind of calmed down on it because you get burnt out on doing a whole bunch of them. But in the meantime, if you have one, send them to the YouTube inbox. I'll get them done until I burn out again on doing these. So we'll go ahead and get started. Or at least we should get started. Apparently not. There we go. Happy days are here again. Pretty standard stock rollout so far. Your roamer's gonna get there with a little low health. Yeah, he's gonna go with he's going to mid with 194, and that's maybe at best if he grabbed their health pack. I didn't catch it. So you gotta try and get to that demo fast. He's gonna go ahead and go down. You're still okay for mid. Your team's winning. So as long as you stay in a decent enough spot, you'll be okay. Now, so in that case, you wanted to pull back to the left where the whole rest of your team was and heal those folks. That soldier is basically pointless anyhow, so the other people would have been better and would have put you in a better spot where the only two combat members of their team would have been out of the way. So you're going to opt for crits here. That's not necessarily a bad idea considering how late their medic died. Walk it up with your demo. I imagine these guys might have a hard time capping the points, so that's not a big deal. You just want to slow push this with your heals when they get there, yeah. Aggression, you knew their medic was going to be dead for a while. No, don't chase that scout. So these people are not being healed right now. All you have to do is slow push this in and use the fact that they can't replenish their health. Yeah, don't be pulling out the weapons. You've got to charge this stuff as fast as humanly possible. Alright, so now we're going to see the crits go in. Ideally it'll be on your demo with some kind of cover. Alright, so first sticky, nothing. So an important thing is when you're going to run crits like you have, a couple things. My stupid key bindings aren't doing anything. Come on, key bindings. Oh, there we go. Okay. So, a couple things about crits. One, when you crits, your pocket soldier needs to be standing behind the demo man at all times, or behind you. Either will do. That way, if something starts attacking you, the medic, you can just flash the pocket and he'll kill it with a crit rocket or crit shotgun. Otherwise, it's too much. Usually it's too hard for the demo to hit something up close. Two, whenever you're going to crits in, you need to know exactly where they are. You need somebody to peek a door and tell you where they are. You went in with no information there, and so your crits really didn't do what it was supposed to do. You still got 2 kills, but you exchanged 4 for 2, and their medic survived, so that's not what you want. So just some basics there for crits. You need to know what you're shooting your stickies at instead of just guessing at it. And you need your pocket to stay behind you so that he can take a crits if anything gets close to you. In that case, he did something other than staying close to you. And so when something started attacking you up close, your life was forfeit. Now we'll just look around because I don't want to lose you. So yeah, you're going to lose mid here. You're going to lose a scout for no reason. He tries to kill the med. That's reasonable, I suppose. Giving a scout is better than giving a soldier anyway. So you're going to play passively here. That's good. Ideally, you don't really need to worry about building Uber. The important thing here is figuring out how to force their Uber. So if you need a buffed player to do that or not, like that roamer ought to have done it there. they go ahead and Uber for you, so that was very polite of them. And you get a kill out of it too. Not a big fan of snipers, but we won't talk about it unless it doesn't work out. So far, it's not working out. Oh no. 98%. Yeah, had you been healing there, you would have had Uber instead of dying to a scout. So you're a little eager to go over to the weapons. So keep yourself together. You had 98%. All you had to do was heal for 1.5 seconds, and you had your Uber, and that scout wouldn't have killed you. So now they should be having advantage, but they're not charging particularly well. They're 2 down. You still have a sniper. That's not such a bad situation here. You lose a scout who's pressed way up for no reason, and your roamer. So there's maybe there was a missed call or something, but you can't have half your team standing in the back end to second and 2 people up at mid. So if they were smart, they would just be right in pushing on you because you're 2 down. It looks like they're trying to do that through IT, perhaps. No, they're doing a really bad job of charging Uber. They should have a much larger advantage on you, and they should have already pushed. But such is life. You lucked out here. And you've still got your sniper, which in this situation, not that bad. The general rule of thumb is that off utility pick classes, mainly sniper, they're most helpful when you have disadvantage and are looking to be defensive. So that works out here because it's rather difficult to push with a sniper. So now we're just going to see a stalemate. I'd like to see you guys get a little bit closer. There's no need to be holding this far back since you've got Uber with which to defend this point. Alright, so that's a bit better. I do say I'm a bit surprised they haven't tried to do anything yet, though. They're just waiting it out. If this were you at mid, hopefully you would get a bomb in. That scout almost dies in IT. Yeah, they're not doing anything. Okay, so it looks like they're trying to put pressure in IT and not really getting anything out of it. So hopefully we'll see a bomb or something come soon. A really nice spot for your pocket to stand in this kind of situation is on top of that gray panel that you're looking at that's on top of the point. That's pretty much the ideal spot for the pocket here, because you can look at all 3 of the doors. All 3 of the applicable doors, anyways. So you do a nice job. The bomb wasn't the greatest, but it took it, and then they Uber in, so I have no idea what that's all about. This should be lights out for them. Yeah, they're only 2 up. You don't have to rush this. It's just a scout. And his sole goal in life is to kill you, and hopefully delay so his medic can get out. And he does manage to get a scout. And other respawns are coming in, so you need to be a little careful. Ideally, your demo would have been putting... Especially because he has pain train. If he'd have been down on the point this whole time, it would already be capped and you'd be in a much safer situation. Now, again, you know they don't have a medic right now, so you should be pushing slowly. You should slow push whenever they don't have their medic. I think that's my telephone. And it is. But when they don't have a med, you should go ahead and push into them slowly because any damage that you do to them is permanent. Ideally, you didn't really need to pop there. Popping in on advantage is good here. And so now we're breaking a rule. Whenever you push in with advantage, you're going too fast if you're losing people. Ideally, when you push in with advantage, nobody should ever die because you can make them invincible. So either that guy pushed in from a door that he didn't need to be pushing in through, or your combo got too far extended and let somebody get behind them and killed one of your subsidiary players. They're also running a spy. Wow. Oh, that was, shall we call it unlucky. So this is a bad situation for you. You need to be backed way up. Yeah, there you go. Alright, so we're just waiting around here, but they do have a spy. So they're probably going to try and do something with him eventually. There he is. You healed him. So you can't really push this at all. So you're going to just have to sit back and wait on your Uber advantage. And they're coming to take it away from you, so that was a good play on their part to tell that you had, like, nobody alive. We'll watch, probably see blue take the point. Nope, they don't manage to do it. Yeah, they were too slow to get on the point to take advantage of what they got. Oh, there they go. Oh, sad days for that scout. And the medic. Oh, 2 health. Well, you lucked out. So, yeah, you want to run straight away into spawn, get yourself some help. There you go. The point is rather capped, and you know that they've got a spy player, so you do need to leave somebody here, but you should be pushing out. Whoever's saying we should be pushing out is correct at this time. You didn't even really need your Uber. I don't think they're even here. Oh, there's one guy trying to mess with you, but... Yeah, you walked in, so... This area right here, this is the dead zone. Anything that goes here is going...
Unmuted. Muted.
Anything that walks here is going to die. For certainties. So don't go here ever unless you absolutely have to, or you're going to pop Uber soon. So that's just a part of the map, and it got the better of you. If you go there, you will die. Oh, and there's the spy back cap. Oh, almost. Yeah, and the hiding soldier. Oh, he failed the reload rockets. Again, you need to... In these situations, you need to be a lot faster getting into spawn. You're hanging around for way too long, and if they had any sort of cohesion on these suicide plays, you would be dead. So, if you're down to 20 health, screw all these people. You need to go and get yourself some health. Looks like you've seen the spy. Yeah, you get 3 kills. This should predicate your Uber.
How's Path of Exile?
Bad.
Alright, now you're pushing out. So that was done about as well as it could be. You do need to watch their forward spawns here though. And there's fighting in the sewers. And you've still got, ideally that pyro would switch off unless he's exceptional at the pyro class. Because especially this map being it's big, it's kind of hard to do stuff. Well, that worked out. They chose to, the mistake that was made there was that a soldier chose to fight a pyro. You don't want to do that. A soldier. See, you've got a slight Uber advantage here. And they're one down, so you should just go ahead and push. That pyro should be able to get through choke relatively easy. And now they're essentially 2 down. You should be pushing. Yeah, you're waiting too much on this Uber, and you're taking it through IT, so there's a 99.9% chance that this won't work out. Yeah, and they crits on your people at choke, so they're behind you somewhere. Oh dear, they're gonna try and back cap mid, which does not work on this map, and now you're gonna win the round. Yeah, so failures on their part to tell what was going on. Alright, your roamer seems like he's going to be a little slower this time, which is... He can do the fast rollout. You just got to buff him to 300 at the start. He can't do that initial jump. A nice counter jump on the left side. I like that. You're healing soldiers and not scouts. Don't do that. You want to be healing scouts right now. So your scouts are not playing this properly. What I typically do, yeah, your goose is cooked. Ideally, you would just hurry up and die. Yeah, there you go. So, on mids, after you get to your demo and heal them a little bit, you should be seeing one or both scouts immediately, so as to heal them and allow yourself to win the mid with scouts heals. You didn't get that, and your team lost the mid. In some mentoring sessions of mine, well, I'll just show you an example on the next mid fight. I'll show you what we do. So Ubers are equal. You know they have a sniper. You should go ahead and push into them because they have one less player, and chances are he can't hit his shots anyways. So that's my general theory of what to do against a sniper. Just go ahead and push on them because they're essentially a player down, as long as you pick the right door. You've also built quite a bit better than them, so they're... Okay, and you've got your picks, so you need to go. Ideally. Ideally, you would be pushing. They're a player down, and you have Uber. There's no better time to push than now. Nope. So you're playing too passively, and you're not pushing when you have reasons to. So that's not good. You don't want to just sit on second the whole game. I realize that you're winning the game, but... Oh, and you get a force out, so... Oh no, it's a crits, okay. So you pop a little early there, that's fine and ducky for the situation. Their crits goes to nothing. So they didn't build that at all for how slow that was building, because I could not tell that that was a crits. And you've got a back cap that you might want to deal with. Yep, not going to be able to deal with that. So you had your whole team up. That's part of the problem of Sniper, is that you're not really able to properly cover things. That's why I suggest pushing against a team whenever they have a Sniper. Oh no! Your scout totally screwed the pooch there. If you die here, it's 100% his fault. There you go. So yeah, your scout cannot attack the medic in that case. That was like the worst possible thing he could have done. And leave you to die to that scout. Yeah, so that was your scout just totally throwing the game there. Now you guys can't really push out. They've got Uber advantage for last. Now the scout's kind of a weenie. Yeah, you don't really have the ability to contest this. Or shouldn't, anyways. And you need to be watching behind you right now, because you should be getting flanked. Okay, you're going to pull out now. So it took them a little while to get to that, and I would guess that they're on crits again. Somebody hit them, so you should know about it. That's hopefully an important thing. If they are running crits again, you need to be a lot closer. And the reason I say that is, well, we'll go over it if they do in fact have crits. But you should know that they have crits, and it should predicate certain behaviors. Alright, you've got Uber, so life is good in that regard. They chose not to use their advantage again. Somebody peeked you through that little hallway there. They're coming in, it's an Uber. Okay, so hopefully you knew that. Yeah, they're not doing a particularly good job here. They pushed in way too strongly against you. There is that scout behind, hopefully you saw him. It's just that one guy. Yeah. So kudos to your scouts that got on, or scout that got onto the point really quickly. That was a good job by them. You should be all set to push mid. Ideally, you'll have a lot of people come through. Yep, there you go. This demo needs to get through. Yeah, you're too slow here. You needed your whole team to just flood in through choke instead of messing around in the sewers and things like that. They're not there. Most of them came out of a back spawn. And now you had somebody go in a bit too early. Now you're forced to pop. Ideally, you wouldn't have had to pop there at all, and you wouldn't have lost the number of players that you did. Oh, no. Yeah, you just need to leave. If your demo's going to be aggressive like this, there's no reason to try and stick with them. You do need to worry about the fact that they're going to forward spawn, yeah. So you guys weren't aware of that, and now you should all be dead. You're in the dead man's zone. Oh, they're going to let you go, apparently. Alright, so you have Uber advantage with which to push last. Scout's a free pick. So you should begin at 80%, you should begin your approach to use this Uber. And you're not going to. You're sort of leading too, which you said you were the main caller, so... Oh, don't heal the spy. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why they would do that. So go ahead and go in. You've brought too many people into this Uber because of their having Uber. Oh, it's crits, so you win. Yeah, so maybe you knew they had crits. If they did, you did the right thing. If you knew they had crits, you did the right thing. If you didn't know about crits, then, well, you lucked out. So yeah, your roamer's gonna go to mid with much too small amount of health. And now we're going to mid. So you're losing mid, you're losing mid, you're losing mid. You're still losing it. Still losing it. Still losing it. Oh, now you're winning mid. Oh, you're losing it again. Yep. No healing of the scouts, no winning of the mid. You might get lucky here. Let's watch the little health bars go down. Looks like your scout managed to get the kills. So you're probably going to end up having a little refight here of mid because they're going to have uber advantage on you. Also, this is a pet peeve of mine. They decided to run a sniper with uber advantage, so they should just lose. They're also not building at all. There we go. Now they're building. They have uber advantage on you, so you need to play a little passively. Sitting over here is just ducky. This is good positioning on your part. Buff everybody up. Ideally, you wouldn't have to build or be building right now. You would just be buffing your players because there should be a push coming in and you need them to have the health to force the uber. Ideally, again, nobody will have to die to force that uber, but it helps to prevent deaths. So they chose not to push with their 60% uber advantage. That is sad. But we'll continue on. So they have a sniper. You should be able to figure out where he is, jump a guy at him, get a free kill, and get back out. You lose a scout, so this is ill-advised. So now you're Ubering in one down, and you're Ubering in more than one person, so you're all gonna die. Yeah. So let's have a little chat. A. Never, ever, ever, never again should you ever pop in to attack after you've lost someone. Even if they say, oh, somebody's lit, you should not push in on that. They have numbers advantage on you now. It doesn't make any sense to attack. B, or 2, if they have Uber, which you had to have known that they did, because their medic didn't die at mid, you should know that. You cannot Uber in 3 people. You cannot have 3 people attack through choke. It just cannot be done. You have to Uber in 1 person because your Uber's already going to be worse than theirs. So, because you're going to have to pop before they pop. So you're already losing time, and every time that you flash, it decreases the duration of your Uber even further. So your Uber was basically garbage right at the start, and there was no way for you to effectively keep anyone in that Uber alive, because all they had to do was run away and leave their one Ubered person up there to kill all of you. And that's basically what happened, along with them getting in behind your Uber and killing all of the other people waiting around. But in general, don't push in when your player's down, and don't Uber more than 1 person or 2 at the very end at the max when they also have Uber. So now you guys are going to lose mid. Unless they spend all their time messing around with this soldier back here, yeah. So they should get mid rather easily. It looks like you're going to get your forward spawn regardless. So that's good anyways. They have 40% advantage, so you're going to have to play passively here. They're pushing in now. Oh, nice shot from your demo. No Uber saws here. Just run away. Yeah, so they played that well. And now they've got Uber advantage coming into last. There's pretty good contesting going on out there. So, another little point. If you are going to contest second the way you guys did, they had 3 players very low. If you're going to contest, you should all contest. If you're not going to contest, if you and your demo and your pocket are backing out, no one should contest. So now they're going to easily come in and beat you at last because you went 3 down trying to stop a Spire that you can't stop because it's a 3v6. Ideally, you'll run into spawn and rotate out the other side. And either I paused it or the demo itself is paused. Okay, the demo itself is paused. So we'll just wait it out. So yeah, I'll pontificate a little bit more during the pause. If it gets too long, I'll just cut the VOD or the, you get the idea. But Yeah. So if you're going to contest Spire, you can't go 3 players down contesting Spire, A, and B, you can't do it unless everybody does it. So there's a lot of... It seems like your flank is on a rather different trend than the rest of the team, and you need to stop that. So if they're going to go in, everybody has to go in. And I think that's the second time that's happened now, where your flank is way extended and dying, and the combo is leaving the area. And you just can't do that. Okay, so you lose the round. That's how it goes. A little trouble there healing the demo, no biggie. Yeah, so I would advise you that if your roamer's not going to try and get to mid as quickly as possible, he needs to stop doing that jump at the very start. It's fine for the pocket because he's equalizing, but your roamer needs to stop doing that so that he can get a buff to 300 and from crits heals. If you don't know how that mechanic works, it's in my Rough Guide to Medic video. But he needs to get the crits heals to 300 and then do the jumps, because right now he's going to mid with 220 health. Apparently their roamer's not particularly careful with his health either, but it's silly to go to mid with less than 300. It's just silly. Alright, so here we go. You're healing a scout, that's good. Scout, demo, scout again. Alright, you're doing better on this mid. And then you die. So it seems like your mids are pretty disjointed in that some people are trying to push up the right and some people are trying to push up the left. You're all going right, but you're not necessarily doing anything once you arrive there. Just people just start kind of running around. I can't talk. So when you go right on process, your scouts need to control the crates. Absolutely, that's their only goal in the opening phase of the mid. And then you're either going to push over the crates and down through the middle of the point or around the right side. Everybody is going to be involved in executing this plan. You can't have people doing nothing, which is what happened on that mid, where your scouts were both down on the ground not shooting at anybody, and your demo was hiding behind the house. You can't win mid like that. They're not doing anything. And you can't have some people going left and some people going right, as also happened at that mid, where you buffed a scout and you tried to run across the middle of the point and your demo stayed on the right. You can't win that way, because somebody's going to get involved in a fight where they don't have any kind of reason to be there. It's going to be a 1v3 or a 1v2, and you're going to lose. So I like that you're trying to push out here. You do get popped. That's very unfortunate. Ideally, you can get out of here without popping your Uber. We'll walk over some things. Alright. So if you're going to push out a last with Uber advantage, you can't pop your Uber unless you're going to get 2 kills or more. In this case, you popped your Uber and you got no kills, so you lose the round. Oh, you do manage to get their medic. Okay, so you should still lose the round if they're savvy. Alright, so now they're pushing in. We'll try and get this around a little bit. Oh, their demo's piping things. Stop piping things, demo. You have stickies, the best weapon in the game. Oh, there he goes. He did hit a pipe. Let's look at that. Come on, camera, work with me here. Alright, so you're gonna have Uber advantage. They also don't have heals right now, so if you're gonna try to push out, now would be the time to do it. Because again, any damage you do is permanent, they can't sustain a spam war with you, so you can just slowly push into them. You'd also consequently have uber advantage in that situation as well because of the spawns. I also really don't like how you're choosing to hold this because you're open to basically every sniper angle except for the rollout door. We call it rollout, which would be... Let me see if I can... It's that door right there where I'm circling my mouse. I don't know if my capture software is getting it, but... That's the... You're in that sight line now. You're also in the sight line of the shutter on the right. So you don't want to be here either. You need to be further over to the left. Alright, so that Uber pop was kind of bad because you know they hadn't shot at you yet, so there's no reason to pop really. And they Ubered in a whole crap ton of people. So again, that's a mistake. Don't do it ever. And if it's Uber v Uber, you cannot Uber in more than one person, two at the very max. So you're going to go out and cap this. And you've got Uber advantage. You have a scout going down while you're all standing on the point not doing anything. So you need to prevent that kind of stuff from happening. Because it's going to cost you rounds eventually. Again, you lose another player while you're all standing in the back. You've got people overextending or not quite on the same page. And then this is garbage time apparently because you've won. Yep, there you go. So hopefully you found this to be helpful. I don't try to be overly insulting. I just want the... I hope you don't take it personally, anything that I might have said. I'm just trying to get the point across in an effective way that'll make an impact. So, not terribly bad. Lots of fundamental mistakes that are pretty easy to fix. So, hopefully, you guys will take some of that to heart, especially with your mids. Your mids were not good. The heals going into mid were not good, and that's not really your fault. The Uber v Uber pushes were not good. And you can fix all of that. And your flank having nothing to do with the combo can be fixed also. So get those guys to slow down a little bit, or have it set so that if they do go in, because a lot of the time they were going in, it was a good thing. That was the right thing to do. But you guys weren't on the same page, and then it becomes the wrong thing to do.